Late this afternoon, we got word that the feds won't be building a massive detention facility in Concord. There was some talk that it would have been at the Concord Naval Weapons Station in the northern part of the city. KPIX 5's Julie Watts is in Concord tonight, where there was an emergency meeting today. Julie?
That's right, Ken. And so many people came out today that the fire marshal had to shut off access to council chambers. They had to open an overflow room. But we were inside as people gave emotional statements even after they got the news that most wanted to hear.
I'm going to read the next 5 from the other room.
Folks in Concord lined up to give emotional public comments on the proposed migrant detention center.
I just want to start off by saying thank you.
Even after they got word that Homeland Security says it has no plans to build a facility at the old Concord Naval Weapons Station.
Or anywhere in California, FYI, at this time.
This special city council meeting was called following a leaked draft memo that raised the possibility of a detention center or migrant housing in Concord.
Detention centers, we say no.
Even though it was unconfirmed, the possibility sparked outrage and protests, prompting Congressman Mark DeSaulnier to demand answers in this Facebook Live.
We would like to know what the plans are.
While the mayor of Concord wrote a letter to the Navy opposing a possible facility. Still, several from the group By Any Means Necessary demanded more.
We're here today to force this board to pass a resolution that clearly states you will not collaborate with ICE, you will not support or allow a concentration camp.
Even though the city doesn't control the federal land in question, BAM demanded they take a stronger stand. Do you think President Trump would care?
We know for a fact that he already clearly has been impacted by the movement.
She points to the administration's change in policy on separating families following public backlash. However, a recent government filing argues detention centers are necessary as nearly 29% of migrants recently released into the country failed to show up for their hearings.
We, as BAM, say don't show up to your court hearing because these are silent deportations.
So if you're telling them to do that, then wouldn't that be an argument for the other side to detain them? Otherwise, they'll just disappear?
Absolutely not. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, these are attacks on immigrant communities.
Now, the official statement is that there are no plans for a detention center at this time, which, of course, does leave room for interpretation or future plans. But Congressman Mark DeSaulnier says 2 different sources at Homeland Security tell him there are no plans for detention centers in California. Ken?